Hi, this is Dave. This is part three. We've tried to videotape this part. This is now the third time, and it keeps getting cut off. What I want to do, I'm in front of Starbucks in downtown Vancouver at the corner of Davie and Thurlow, and I wanted to point out the week that the Vancouver police, remember the week they kicked me 3 times when I was on the ground, and they asked me several days later, how many times did we kick you? And it was 3 times. That same week, they threw me out of the library and they cut off my library card and computer access, so I had no place to go to stay warm or do any work or have any sort of safety. The reason we're coming to the Starbucks, and this is the last part of this film, is I used to come to the Starbucks every single morning for a coffee. After I would sleep down the street, on the street corner, I would come here around 6:30 or 7, get a coffee and relax and just enjoy myself and take some time. I'm now being threatened and circled, as you can see here. This is how violent the Illuminati are. They circle you and try to prevent you from any of your own individual thoughts. Let's focus. The reason we came here is because I like Starbucks. I feel very much like it's a second home to me, and I would come here every morning. They did not want that because they kicked me 3 times that week on the ground. They took away my library privileges. Then they came in here at 6:30 in the morning. How violent they were. 6:30 one morning, they grabbed me, threw me out on the street right here. I'll show you. They threw me out on the street at 6:30 in the morning right there. They threw me out of the Starbucks. And the reason is because several days earlier, I had fallen asleep in here while I was having a coffee because, again, I don't sleep anywhere. I have no home. I try to get a few hours on the street corner at night. And lo and behold, silly me, I fell asleep while I was having a coffee. So that necessitated this Vancouver police coming 3 days later, manhandling, grabbing me, physically throwing me out of the street, telling me I was never allowed to come back to the Starbucks ever again. So they kicked me, they took away my Starbucks where I could come for a coffee. More importantly, they took away my home again. They took away my library privileges. They laughed at me. They grabbed me up my arm and laughed at me and said, "Do you consider this assault?" This is what the Vancouver police have done to me, and as a result, I'm suicidal now. I am starving to death, and I'm suicidal. I need my sister back. You've heard this. We talked about it. I wanted to just remind you that this is the Starbucks where I was thrown out on the ground by the Vancouver police at 6:30 in the morning because I fell asleep having a coffee 3 days earlier. That's the end of it. You saw the Illuminati swarm around me to try to get me thrown off kilter to not remember how to do this or remember what my thoughts are, but I do remember. I'm not mentally retarded. Actually, they want me to be mentally retarded. They would love that. I can stay focused and I can get the videos out and get the word out and be honest. Thank you, Felix. You gave me some great advice. Whereas my Canada's duty is to document and record everything that happens to me. I just remembered, so this is the third part. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye. Kelly, I love you. I would love to see you again and hold your hand and give you a hug and be with you once more. That would end my suicidal feelings overnight.